We start with the very latest on former President Donald Trump's legal jeopardy as he lashes out after announcing he received a target letter from the special counsel. Now, that letter notified him that he is at the center of a federal investigation that's examining the January 6th riot and the efforts to overturn the 2020 election.
If you say something about an election, they want to put you in jail for the rest of your life. It's a disgrace. So they can cheat on an election, but if somebody wants to question the cheating, they want to call you a conspiracy theorist and all these other things. These people are sick.
Now, a target letter often means that formal charges are on the way, but we don't know when that could actually be. Now, in the special counsel's classified documents case, there were almost 3 weeks between the target letter and the actual indictment. NBC News senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett joins us now. Laura, what do we know from this target letter? Because some of the details seem a little bit murky. Do we have any sense of what the specific charges would be?
Yes, we have now confirmed at least that the letter references 3 particular criminal statutes. We have not seen the letter, but 2 sources have confirmed at least what's in it. And that gives us a little bit of a roadmap. Now, prosecutors don't have to charge what's in here. They could go broader, they could go narrower, but this does tell a story. Number 1, deprivation of rights. We're talking about there a civil rights deprivation, but we don't know whose rights were deprived. Was it voters? Was it a poll worker? We just don't know. And so that's something we have to report out. Also, conspiracy to defraud the United States. On that part, the conspiracy we believe would be, again, putting forth the false slates of electors to Congress, trying to stop the certification of the election. Tampering with a witness, that's an interesting one because that's the label of the statute that you see there in the federal code, but it's actually much broader than that. And that, again, could actually be about obstructing the official proceeding of Congress being there to count the certification of the votes to tally the election on January 6th. So those are the 3 that we know about.
Okay, so that's the latest in this target letter. Let's kind of untangle all of the different legal cases Mr. Trump is now facing. We remember the hush money case with Stormy Daniels. Then there's the classified documents, that whole Mar-a-Lago debacle. So walk us through these 3 different cases, how they're different.
They're super different. And particularly, there's federal versus state. So the hush money case is here in Manhattan. The special counsel's mandate really was quite broad, and it included not only the former president's efforts to keep those documents at Mar-a-Lago when he was no longer president, but of course now this larger investigation into all of the steps that he took to overturn the 2020 election. The big thing to watch here, guys, is how all of these play out in terms of trial dates, right? So the only one that right now has a trial date is the hush money case. Nothing else has been scheduled yet, but you can imagine his attorneys, as we heard yesterday, are going to say, we have all these cases to defend. How are we possibly supposed to get all this done? He doesn't have that many lawyers on his case, so there's a lot to tangle there.
But speaking of that timeline, Laura, can we talk about the elephant in the room? We say former President Trump, but this is a man who's running for president of the United States in this upcoming election. So how does that, from a legal standpoint, affect the timeline? For example, if in the previous charges, this does get kicked back later.
Well, just yesterday, the prosecutors were trying to say we should be treating him just like any other criminal defendant, whereas the defense attorneys are saying, what are you talking about? He's running for president. He's the current front runner for the Republican Party. I think you're going to continue to hear them sort of grapple with this. But right now, all we have is that one trial date in the hush money case.
And ultimately, it will be up to the judge to decide the timeline.
On all of these cases, the judge is going to be in the driver's seat on the timeline.
All right, NBC News senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett, thank you so much, Laura.
Anytime.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.